well, actually, I don't know what time it is. We might be listening later. Who knows? But we're live. We are live, or it might be recorded. It's walking the path. We are walking the path. I'm so grateful and so thankful. Hey, Jacqueline, great to see you. Katie, welcome, everybody. Great streaming in. So grateful for everybody joining for this great edition of Walking the Path. I have been receiving some downloads, some insights, some revelations, and I want to share them with you. But before I start, about Enoch number 9 in the house. Thank you, Enoch. Great to see you, brother. Before I start, I want to talk a little bit about rythmia and tell you what's going on. This week at Rythmia, Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith is in the house. Amazing week. We have full week, and it's so powerful to see people. We also have a bunch of Green Berets, ex-military people there. We've got agape people there. Rythmia is a place where all people are welcome. It's an inclusive environment where individuals come to see who they've become, to merge with their soul and heal their hearts. What does that mean? It's a process of seeing the masks that we put on to protect some part of ourselves. And when we see that mask that we've put on, who we think we need to be to get our needs met, we come back to a state of wholeness. John O'Brien from Scotland. What's up, brother? Checking in. I'm just saying hi to everybody as they're streaming in. When we merge with our soul, there's a real, true, and joyous freedom from the opinions and thoughts of others. And there's a deep connection. We get connected with ourselves, and then we know what we want. We know what we need. We don't have to worry about boundaries and figuring out how to have, like, what kind of psychological tips we need to put boundaries in our lives. We don't need to worry about any of that because we know what we want. I know what I want. I know what I need. And from that place, we can forgive and heal our hearts and forgive the unforgivable. And that's happening every week at Rythmia. I'm so grateful to have the chance to be there. Hey, Marie. Marie says, I love my time at Rythmia. Yay, Marie. Let's just put that up. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful and so thankful. John is coming in from Scotland. Hey, John. Hello. I'm going to start showing the comments, I think. Okay. So if you're interested, if you're listening on Instagram, in the Instagram world, there's not a number on the screen, but you can go to rythmia.com. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, you can just call the number at the screen and find out about Rythmia. Okay, now today's topic is from victim to victor. And I've been receiving some really interesting insights around this lately. And the first, our victimhood is just a story. It's a state of consciousness, and it's a story. It's a story that we tell ourselves about what happened. And in essence, that story is giving our power away. When we are in victimhood, some external circumstance or condition, something that somebody said or did, has more power over us than the God within. And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. We're moving to a field beyond right doing and wrongdoing. Rumi says there's a field beyond right doing and wrongdoing. I'll meet you there. So victimhood is just a story. Well, let's call it story consciousness. Anybody been in a story? Let me hear some comments. If you've been in a story about what happened, what they did to you, what the universe did, or what occurred, some circumstance or condition, right? Now, taking responsibility does not mean that you take responsibility for what happened to you when you were a kid and were defenseless. Taking responsibility doesn't mean that you take responsibility for a tragic event. Taking responsibility means that you take your ability to respond, how you are going to respond to that. And this is taking back our power. But how do we do that? Well, this comes from a deep realization of oneness. The real truth is, now, dig me when I say this, I am God. I'm not saying I am the unlimited consciousness. Well, I am the unlimited consciousness. Why? Why can I say that? You are God. I am God. I am one with that source. It is everything that I am. There's not one quark or atom or particle of me that isn't God. Everything is God. And when I say God, I'm not talking about some man in the sky. I'm talking about an intelligence, a consciousness, a self-existent mind. Milpa is what the Aramaic text says, the milpa of God. Milpa, God is that self-existent mind energy. Susan Day coming up. Our timing is amazing. Always, Miss Susan Day. So the self-existent mind energy. I am that. I am that. I am that which thou art that which I am. I am the consciousness. When Moses went to the burning bush and he said, who do I tell him sent me? The reply was in Aramaic, Aye asher aye. Tell them I am what is required. I am it's not I am that I am. It's I am what is required. God is all that is required. And so when we step into a deeper realization of oneness, Kevin, Cole, Patricia, great to see you. Great to see you. Yuka, great to see you. I don't know how to say this name. Alamenitus, great to see you. Welcome, everybody. So Janine's checking in from Virginia. Here's the key to moving out of victim consciousness. Well, the key to moving out of victim consciousness is compassion and forgiveness. And all forgiveness is self-forgiveness. What are we forgiving ourselves for? For not realizing that we're God, for giving our power away. I'm forgiving myself for giving my power away. Thank you, Patricia. Great to see you, Patricia. I appreciate that. We're forgiving ourselves for having a false idol. That's what the text of the Bible, when the Bible says, you shall have no idols before me. It's you shall not have the false idol of circumstance or condition. You shall not have the false idol of limiting beliefs. You shall not have the false idol of giving your power away to someone else. When I am a victim of somebody else's words or actions or deeds, then I'm giving my power away. Ali and Rishi. Oh my God, Ali and Rishi, what's up? Great to see you. This is over in Instagram world for all of you and YouTube and Facebook world. Ali and Rishi. So when I take back my power, and in order to move out of victim consciousness, I have to forgive. And the only person I have to forgive is myself for giving my power away. This is take back your power. This is it. I am that which thou art. I am God. I am God. You are God. When we step into that deep realization, I am. Now, what do I want to create? I am. What is seeking to emerge through me? I am. And this is, you know, I was talking to a client just before this, and she said, when I submit to God, and I said, well, you don't submit to God. There's nothing to submit. There's nothing outside of you that you're submitting to. It's actually you stop submitting to external circumstance and condition. And it is from that place that we then step into the truth that I am. That's how we take back our power. We stop submitting to false idols of circumstance and condition, what they said, what they did. It doesn't make what they did right. It's taking ultimate responsibility, my ability to respond to external circumstance and condition. How am I responding to them? And it's from that place that I become the victor, that I become the story of victory. And I move into manifest consciousness where I start having agency in my life because I'm taking responsibility, not for what happened. I'm taking responsibility for how I'm responding to it. My ability to respond is my responsibility. And so one of the ways that we can move more deeply into a sense of I am consciousness. I am that which thou art that which I am. God is everything that I am. There's no separation. It's impossible. Life itself, we could call God life with a capital L, the indomitable force of life that is flowing through, in, and as everything. It is this life force that is the eternal aspect within us. For life always finds a way. Life is always for more life. Life finds a way. And from that place, then there's something internal within me. And it is that I connect to. I become less of what I'm not and more of what I am. I'm stepping into the I am awareness. And so we just, in Reverend Michael's class at Rythmia on Monday, he had us stop for a moment and say, all my needs are met. Just try on that I have everything that I need. And from that place of God is, I am God, and God is all that is required, all my needs are met. from this place of all my needs are met, what do I want? Now, what do I want? This is stepping away. This is unbecoming all of the things that we're not, all of the false imprints. That's what society or the race consciousness or collective consciousness or noosphere have been imprinted on us on what we think we should want, what the type of relationship is that we should have, what our economic position should be, what our accomplishments should be. And so when we start to write New Year's intentions, we start to think about what we want to create in life, what happens is we tend to be taking on these false ideas that are outside of us that have been imprinted upon us. So through the contemplation of I am God, all my needs are met already. All my needs are met. I am all that is required. God is all that is required. Everything that is required is already here. Try that on in deep meditation. And then from that place, what do I want to create? What do I want now? Then the voice that's coming from within you is your own voice, for the true and good desires of your heart are the true and good desires of God. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Earl. What great to see you guys. Okay. I got off track. Back on. All right. So our journey from victimhood to victory begins in the deep realization of our oneness with God. How do we arrive at a deep realization of oneness with God? How do we move out of victim consciousness? The first is to begin to see all the things that we've taken on freely, to hide something about ourselves that we don't want the world to see or we don't want to deal with. What is it that I'm hiding? What is it that I'm protecting? What is it that I don't want to be aware of? What's my blind spot? When I start to see that, I can unbecome. I stop giving false idols power over me. These stories, that's the unbecoming process, the unwinding of these tightly wound patterns. And to do that, we must forgive. And the forgiveness comes to ourselves. We're forgiving ourselves for giving our power away. We're forgiving ourselves for letting some condition or circumstance or person have so much power over us that they took away our peace of mind. And then from that place, I can surrender fully. And surrender requires faith. It requires patience. It requires trust. It requires awareness. And it requires meditation. I must stay awareness to all the things that are coming up. I need to be really honest with myself. I don't feel enough. Why? I don't feel like I belong. I don't feel safe. Start to look at those things. And as we forgive ourselves for letting something make us feel not enough, for letting something outside of us make us feel unsafe, for letting something outside of us make us feel like we're not loved or lovable, for making something outside of us feel like we don't belong. And we step into a deep realization that I'm not going to let anybody's actions or words change the truth of who I am. That's what we have to forgive, that we let something outside of us change the truth of who we are. And we put on a mask. This is the unbecoming. This is forgiveness. And then we move into surrender. And from surrender, this is ultimate acceptance. All of those parts, unbecoming, forgiveness, surrender, are acceptance, radical acceptance of everything just the way that it is. We have to speak the truth. I feel like I don't belong. I feel like I'm not enough. Where did that come from? Check in. And then we move into joy, a joy that is from within. It's not dependent on circumstance and condition. It's not dependent on the false idols of people, places, events, or things. It's a true and joyous freedom that comes from within, that the world can't take away because the world didn't get to us. Okay, you know what I'm saying? All right, so, and in joy is prosperity. Notice the word I said, prosperity, not abundance. Abundance, this is my friend Josh Darnell was talking about this the other night. Abundance is a more of. It's an amplitude. It's a more of something. So I could have more of what, burdened by ear girl. What's up? How you doing? Hi, Allison. Great to see you. Abundance is more of something. So I can have abundance of shitty experiences. I can have abundance of bad thoughts. We want to use the word prosperity, because prosperity means prosperity is I had to write it down. The condition of being successful or thriving. So I'm getting rid of the word abundance. I don't just need more of something. I am looking for prosperity in every aspect of my life, the condition of being successful or thriving. And prosperity comes from joy. And we attain joy when we accept exactly what's so, ourselves and everything, and we speak the truth about ourselves. And we start to see the stories that we've been giving power, the stories that we've made ourselves a victim to, the people, situations, circumstances, and things that we have made our false idols, that made us, that we let take the power away. We forgive ourselves for letting our power be taken from us, or giving our power away. And we begin to surrender fully to what's so. We come into a natural state of joy. And joy is a greater indicator of prosperity. Joy is a greater indicator of prosperity than hard work, because when we are in joy, we're in flow. And when we're in flow, we are sovereign. Sovereignty is an effect of joy. Sovereignty means I start to place my awareness where I want to. I'm not letting false situations and circumstances and what they said and what they did. I'm not letting that control me. I'm not giving my power away. I have sovereignty. I'm going to respond to you in a second, Allison. I have sovereignty. And that means I can place my awareness where I want to place it. I can think about what I want to think about. I'm not ruminating over what happened or what they did or the situation. And then the next part of sovereignty is that I get to create affirmative narratives. That thing that I was a victim to now is the thing that how I got over. That person that said those things and did those things to me, now it's like, oh, that led me on a greater path to self-understanding and victory. I took back my power because that person, I thought that person made me feel that way, but I realized I was giving my power away. So we transform our victimhood into stories of victory, affirmative stories. That's sovereignty. And then that outpictures as action. And as we are in joy, as we are in flow, as we are accepting, surrendering, forgiving, and unbecoming, we move into a deeper state of oneness, a deeper realization that I and the Spirit are one. It is not I, but the Spirit within that does the work. This is where we get to say, I am God. I am that which thou art that which I am. From that place of I am God. Now, what do I want, Creator? What do you want to create? Because you have everything you need. You are God, and God is all that is required. In this deep realization, it is really what Yeshua ben Yusuf was saying when he said, greater things than these shall ye do. We too, with a deep realization, Jesus was a man who saw the face of God and he became Christ. Christ is consciousness. And when we have a deep realization of that consciousness, and don't get it twisted, I'm not saying I got this down, okay? What I'm saying is, yes, Enoch says, I am God, yes. And I'm saying I'm working on this, okay? I don't have it down, but what I'm seeing is, and what Yeshua ben Yusuf is telling us is from that deep realization, then, ooh, Susan, thank you, girl. From that deep realization, I create, not from my circumstance or condition of the past, not from what I think I want, what I think I need, what society says I should have or do, but from the desires of my heart. That is do, and we must do the inner work of unbecoming, of unbecoming, of forgiving, of surrendering, of the joy, so that we feel prosperous. I want to feel prosperous. I want to feel love. I want to feel accomplished. In my beautiful session with Jen today, she made a great point. My client said, I don't, it's not that I want to experience something. I want to feel it. Because I might experience accomplishing a bunch of things, but if I feel accomplished, that's the whole point. And feeling accomplished. So in that state of joy, I'm feeling prosperous, a deep sense of well-being, a deep condition of being successful and thriving in all areas of my life. And then I step in to my oneness consciousness. I am God. Now, what do I want to create? So that's how we take back our power. That is how we move from victim to victor. And I'm so grateful and so thankful, so grateful and so thankful for this opportunity to share with you. Hey, Thomas, what's up? Thomas was here in Costa Rica. And my friend Allison said, how do I surrender to the cold weather? She's up in Denver. She's up in Colorado. She says, I want to come visit in Costa Rica. You know, surrender to the cold weather because like people are paying money for cold plunges. You can go. Patio wheeling. Great to see you, lad. Oh my God, Susanna. You know, y'all, I was just wrapping up, but then more of you are joining in. Damn. Okay. So I'm so grateful and so thankful. Let's say a prayer. Breath of fire. Thomas says, breath of fire. Yes, breath of fire is how we activate the fire within us and move into action in the world. Actionable items. We operate in the 4 worlds. Yeah. Allison says, anti-inflammatory benefits of -8 degrees. That's right, girl. I'm finding blessings everywhere. I'm not letting circumstance and condition dictate my joy. I'm joyful because this 8-degree weather is anti-inflammatory, right? So someone asked me the other day, do you like cold showers? I was like, there's no such thing as a cold shower in Costa Rica. There is no cold water that comes out of the tap here. I'm just saying. So you got to do the cold plunge. Okay. So grateful. Let's say a prayer. I'm so grateful and so thankful in this moment. I'm so grateful and so thankful for all the love, all the joy, all the beauty. I'm so grateful and so thankful for this life, to be alive at all. Everything that fits my picture and everything that doesn't fit my picture, I am recognizing it as God, as the one source, the one power, the one life that's in, through, and as everything. It is my life. It is everything that I am. It's everything that you are. It's impossible to be separate from life. We're alive. From this deep realization that I am God, I speak and realize the word that all things are possible. Infinite potential, infinite possibility exists in, through, and as me, in, through, and as you. So we are moving into this deep state of oneness. And from this oneness, we create more good, more love, more beauty, more joy, more harmony, more perfection, more health, more vitality, more excellence, more creativity, more initiation, and a plentitude, a prosperous aspect of all aspects of our lives. So I speak the word for everyone listening, or in the sound of my voice, listening to this on the replay or listening live, that every life structure is harmonized. The body, temple, ego, spirituality, beliefs, livelihood, finance, relationship, and community are all harmonized to the unerring order, harmony, and balance of the universe. That we are one with the source, that all that is required, we have everything that we need, that all needs are met. And from this place of unified awareness that all my needs are met, now what do I want to create? So grateful and so thankful. So grateful and so thankful to speak this word. So grateful and so thankful for this prayer. So grateful and so thankful for each of you. I release this word into the law and into the love, the loving law that says it must be accomplished. And therefore I can say, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Ashe. And all, woo, great. All right. Putting this up on the board. I need a factory reset to the creator. That's right. And then we have Jadine saying prosperity, sovereignty, creation, great message. Thanks and blessings to you, Patty, Allison, everybody over here in Instagram world. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. Thank you, my brothers and sisters in Facebook and YouTube. I look forward to seeing you. Aho, Catherine. Aho, Enoch. Love, peace, blessings. Miss Dykes, love you all. Great to see you. Beautiful day. Blessings.